Hi, I'm Joel, the founder of EarthWise Permaculture, and this is the EarthWise Design Tool. It's a visual land design tool built specifically for permaculture designers, gardeners, homesteaders, and anyone who wants to plan their land with more clarity and confidence. So let me show you how it works. So here, when you create a new project, you can be as detailed or as minimal as you want. And then the first thing you'll see is the project scale. You can work off of no background or upload a site image. So we're going to upload just this test site. And then the first thing you'll see, you'll be on the design page. So this is where your design lives. You start by loading in your property, and you can work from an aerial view, or you can remove it completely and just work from a blank canvas. So here you'll start mapping your zones and your sectors and all that good stuff. So let's say your house was right about here. Now let's put it right here. Okay, so that's your zone 0 or zone 1, and we're gonna just do a standard 0 to 5. And with this, all the zones that are larger will scale out, and then you can individually move the zones where you want. Okay. We also have more freeform zones. You can make like a specific area that you want, and then you can edit them, remove them. And then with sectors, you got different sectors that are pre-programmed, and you have custom ones that you can make. So let's say our sun is like that, and our wind pressure comes from there. And yeah, put any of the sectors that you want. These will all affect your analytics further into the project. And then we have a library of elements. So let's place down some trees over here. We can copy the trees that exist on the property, or place new ones that we want, and then change the year it was planted. So we say we have an old apple tree. We can put it into the project, or we can put a new little pear tree beside it that's brand new. Okay, and we have some vines growing near the house, and that is a hardy kiwi. And you can customize the variety and the spacing, and it'll give you a rough yield for the year. Let's do a crop. So the crop tool is cool because you can create a whole zone of a growing area, and then that closes in. You can pick the plants you want. Let's say that's all tomatoes, but maybe it's not all tomatoes. Maybe there is a polyculture system, and then you can adjust all this stuff. Okay, and then we got compost by the house, and then yeah, there's a bunch of different things you can have. Solar panels. Let's say those are close by the house. And also we got our water system. And you can track where water is going on your property. And then say you want to capture that water. You can create a swale and a pond. And the neat thing is you can even stock that pond with tilapia. Let's add 8 of them. And maybe some plants. I don't know, let's put in some watercress. Just 3. Okay. Then you got your livestock. You can have some chickens up here. You can just decide how many chickens are in that spot. It'll show you, you can have a footprint of how much space these take up. So this pear is a little bit too close to this apple tree. So let's move it over. Cool. Now, chickens don't take up a lot of space, but cows need more space. So their paddock needs to go over here. And then you can turn off different layers so that it's easier to see what's going on. Okay? And then what's really neat is a site brief. You got your household needs. It'll change how much food you need to create, how much water you'll need, how much labor you have access to. You got your water budget, your roof catchment area, tank capacity, irrigation demand, gray water use, and the types of grid connection you have, preservation capacity on the food. You got your food production. You can calculate your garden area. We got 10,000 feet or square meters. And our orchard is also 10,000 square meters. Our growing season is really short though. It's only 4. So we're not very self-sufficient. Our primary focus is a mix. And our pasture area is only 1,000 meters, squared meters. But it's a high mature system. So it's not doing so bad now. And we can change all this stuff. And it'll change what the outputs are. Then you got your energy systems and your compost system. So it already knows we got 9 chickens and 2 cows. We can see how much kitchen scraps we create, garden waste we create. We can put that in. What kind of bedding we use. Do we import compost? Some, maybe. Do we keep everything? Do we sell the surplus? All of this can get calculated. And then you go over to your analytics. It'll show you a quick snippet of the design gaps you have in your system. But then you can go into a more detailed report. You can get a closer look at what's going on. These are your zones. These are your animals. These are where most of them, these are your elements and where they are in your zone. So most of our animals and most of our plants are in zone 4. So it gives you a quick look. We got our different sectors. And then the sector distribution. How many plants are in the sun? How many animals are in the sun? What animals are in the wind? We got our plants overview. The crop takes up a huge majority of it in this version. But if we eliminated that crop, we'll just delete that. You can get a clearer picture of the different plants we have. We have 1 vine and 2 trees. So this will show the yield for the year for the different plants we have. And the proportion of animals we have. The livestock yield for the year. And then we have energy balance. So our demand is way higher than the generation. So we're way out of balance. So if we go back, we didn't set what size this is. So let's just say it's that. We go back and our balance is looking a lot better now. We got our water balance. We didn't fill in any information about what kind of water we're generating. Also shows recorded and projected yield into the future. And then you can track what's going on year to year. So it'll show you, it'll take a snapshot at the end of the year, and it'll work and continue to grow with your system. If you take snapshots every year, you can see exactly how your whole system is working. And then we have a more detailed system needs and yields. So it'll show you the needs of your feed, your water, your meat, energy, and you can even expand that down into what animals need what. Then there's some conflicts. We have issues that are automatically noticed by the system, and it'll suggest changes and actions you could do that would help fix those conflicts. And then we also have an automatic calendar. So everything you've put in your design shows up on your calendar and the different tasks you need to do. And then you can customize and add your own tasks. And these are all automated. Everything you put in the canvas automatically comes here. And now we also have a library of all the plants. You can add your own plants and trees and livestock that aren't already in the system. And you also, in the Pro version, which I'm in, you can change all the icons in the app to give it the feel that you want. Also, in the Pro version, you have blueprint mode. So you don't want those icons. You can just have a simplified look. Okay. And that is the EarthWise Design Tool. Thank you for watching. I hope you check it out, and I hope it helps you with all your growing needs. Thank you.